this mask for 12 hours, 13 hours now, just to give you a glimpse of the immigration side of things. Crazy! I have just arrived at the Solar Decathlon Middle East 2020 Team ESTEEM house. It's looking fantastic. There are a number of metal and concrete structures here within the solar park, and ultimately this structure is our only real timber representation, not just timber but Scottish timber, which is just fantastic and in line with all our key goals and ambitions back at CSIC. They have, as a team, run into a number of challenges in terms of interpretation of the brief and timescales for contractors as part of the competition delivery. So they are at this stage trying to secure energy and utilities to their property through the use of private contractors, and they are up against it. So as a team, they've created something really quite special here. But in terms of meeting the project brief, there is a bit of tension and pressure to get to this next stage of judgment and meet the competition criteria. That being said, they absolutely have a plan. I'm very confident that they will deliver upon it. But we are not in a position to see a completely finished house today. At the moment it's probably 75% of a house. They still have 2 days construction time, I believe, with the opening ceremony taking place on Tuesday. Today's Saturday, so there is still a bit of time to turn things round and get it to that kind of standard that allows them to compete within the competition. And yeah, they've done what they have done today is nothing short of fantastic. You can really see the design elements coming through.
Hello, I'm Heidi. I'm the marketing team leader. Welcome to our house.
This is the Solar Decathlon Middle East Team ESTEEM 2020 house. This chimney was all 3D printed at CONCREATIVE, which is the Heriot-Watt University 3D specialist, 3D printing specialist out here in Dubai. We have CLT furniture made from waste, so this is all just due to get some finishes, but yeah, it's supported with the living wall behind us here. And this part of the concept is very much so around outdoor living space, bearing in mind the brief is for a Dubai family to live comfortably here, and obviously outdoors and weather are huge considerations in all things design and construction. Printed the concrete wind tunnel, which is a traditional feature within the Middle East built environment in relation to natural cooling systems and so forth. And as much as concrete is a bit of an area for tension in terms of sustainability, there are developing technologies in this area, more sort of sustainable concretes using waste products and so forth, and we have delivered a project in that relation previously at CSIC. So for us today it's quite interesting to understand the 3D printing element, mainly because there's a significant reduction in waste when you deliver this approach, and our understanding is that large cooker robots are used to 3D print the concrete, which we actually have in our factory. Now, as much as it's not something we're pushing, there is a lot of interest from industry in 3D printing, because ultimately there's still that requirement for concrete within an environment context back in the UK. So if there's a more efficient way of doing it through the use of robotics more modern methods of construction, then we want to understand more about that.